Though crops and the soils they're planted in differ nationwide, there is much to be found in common when it comes to the most successful agricultural practices. Core principles can be applied in a variety of settings to produce the same positive results. The Long-Term Agro-Ecosystem Research Network, known as LTAR, is a group of 18 different sites across the United States. The research at the Central Mississippi River Basin site is led by the USDA-ARS Cropping Systems and Water Quality Research Unit.
The LTAR network is unique because it's long-term, and so we can study things that, if there's variability, we can capture that over a long time period, and it's large scale, covering the entire United States.
While about half of the sites focus on animal agriculture and half on crop agriculture, each network site is testing the same hypothesis.
So all the sites have a common experiment that compares an aspirational scenario management, which is like the best we can think of, to a business as usual, which is what is current and common right now.
This field is what we refer to as an aspirational cropping system, where we're managing for sustainability and conservation, as well as for productivity and profitability for the farmer.
The business as usual field is located about a mile from that site and is managed by a producer. These LTAR plots and fields in Centralia, Missouri represent a cropping region, growing corn, soybean, wheat, and sorghum, and contribute a one-of-a-kind perspective to the project.
This site is unique because of its soils. The soils here have a restrictive layer that is fairly close to the surface, and that layer drives everything from production, environmental impact, to prosperity.
Researchers involve the latest technology to study things like carbon dioxide fluxes and the water budget.
These measurements help us understand crop production because crop production fundamentally depends on water. And so if we can measure the plant water use and how it might respond to different weather conditions, then we can have a better understanding of how that plant will produce food.
Farmers from the community meet with the scientists multiple times a year to give feedback and help improve the research. Preliminary findings show the aspirational field is more resilient to changes in environmental conditions than the business-as-usual field. The search for sustainable solutions is far from over, but LTAR scientists are making steady progress toward a healthier environment and more profit for farmers. This is important for producers who need ways to continue growing crops on these soils, and for those who use the water coming from the fields for water supply.
The more we can understand about how agriculture impacts the environment and interacts with the environment, the more we can balance the need for food production with the need for maintaining environmental quality for all.